so excited here in the office today, as you can see. Deep reflections, deep thoughts. Eve this weekend decided to put something, was it this weekend, Friday? I think it was. Who do you follow?
Oh,
Who do you blame?
yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's get
You were
deeper
talking
into
about
it. I definitely want to talk about it. We were just talking about it, right? And
who do you follow? Who do you blame?
yeah,
That's
first, first of all, my definition of follow and your definition of follow
it's not the same.
was not the same, right?
Mm.
So today's day and age, when we talk about follow, I'm thinking like, who do I follow online? Like I follow Oprah, I follow Sadhguru, I follow these people. I love to look at them. I was just saying
What
to
if
Eve, I almost took the jab, the Ozempic, the Manjura, whatever that's called, because Oprah Winfrey did.
what's the jab?
Well, people take like Ozempic.
Oh, is that their weight loss
It's a
thing?
weight
Oh,
loss
got it.
thing,
Okay,
right? So
got
I
it.
was like, oh,
Sorry.
geez, look at Oprah. Like she's doing great. I love Oprah. I'm following Oprah. I'm just going to take the jab, right? I won't have to worry about weight loss
So
again.
you because you posted your reply,
Yeah.
which is interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because I was surprised by your reply, but then again, I was in my own meaning
You
and
were in your,
significance, yeah,
yeah, you
of
were in
what
your
following means.
definition of what follow is.
So you
Yeah.
said Oprah.
I did.
But
I
now
love
the
them.
interesting thing to me is you said I almost followed Oprah, but I didn't. So then who are you following? You see? You said you answered I follow Oprah,
I
and then
do.
and
I
then you
watch her
just told
every
me I almost followed Oprah.
in something that she was doing.
So who are you ultimately following?
Well, I'm pretty secure in who I am, so I make my own decisions.
So you're following yourself. So you look for other people as inspiring, but you make a choice,
Oh, I definitely
right?
make a choice.
So
I
you're following, ultimately, you're following yourself,
most definitely.
right?
You and I have
So
had long discussions about putting people on pedestals.
yeah, well, that's the thing that really surprised me. I think is Shelley. Like you're the one that taught me because I was following Robin Sharma. I put that guy on a
You
pedestal,
did.
and I was doing that all the time. And when I went to see Baron Baptiste, you told me, "Don't put this guy on a pedestal." I remember this is the way you
No.
speak to me. Don't
This is
put this guy on a pedestal.
I first
Voice,
first thing I said.
right?
First thing I said, this
And you're
guy will
right.
fall.
You're right.
Absolutely. Don't do that to yourself.
Right. And I
Yeah.
remember I was gonna do this post, and this is good because I was gonna say, I learned this from my best friend. I remember, I know you remember this. We were all at one of these Robin Sharma events. And
Yep.
Robin used to get these really amazing speakers, and
Amazing.
motivational speakers. And I love going there because of these speakers, right?
Yes.
And
That's
here's,
why we
and I
went.
forget who it was. It was one of these, like, let's say it was Shaq O'Neal, right?
Yeah.
One of these guys, and I don't remember who it was. You will remember. And we're all sitting in this little room after the session. And Robin said, "Yeah, if you want, we'll all go in this little room, right?
Hmm.
And you can line up and get a signature,
Picture taken with him.
picture taken, and a picture taken, and an autograph, right?
Yeah.
And you were just sitting there.
I went to the bar.
You went to the bar, had a drink,
Had a
right?
glass of wine. Yeah.
And I asked you a question. Why aren't you lining up? And what did you say?
Well, I don't take a picture with any of them, actually.
But why?
Well, they
Remember
never
what you
asked
said?
me for a picture.
That's what you said.
That's what I said.
And I
Yeah.
thought, what are you talking about? They never asked me for a picture. So why is that? Why didn't you take a picture with them?
Um, I don't need that. I don't need to stand beside a dude, with a little point. I don't need that. My
That,
yeah, it's really cringe for me. I don't
and that on the wall. You see how many pictures we have of famous people on the wall?
yeah,
And
we
I
don't do
I
that.
sat there and I'm thinking, no, but I want a picture. I
Yeah.
want a picture.
A lot of people want a picture. One of these trips, I was actually in the elevator, and unbeknownst to me, I was in the elevator with Donny Osmond,
Okay.
right?
Oh, I remember this
He
story.
was going down to the gym. We're in the Ritz-Carlton,
Yeah.
Toronto, and I said, "My God, did anybody ever tell you you look just like Donny Osmond?" And he said, "Well, I am Donny Osmond.
Did
I'm
you
just
know he
going
was on
down."
the other?
I didn't.
Okay.
Right? I didn't know who I was in the elevator with, but man, did he ever look like an
S-
older Donny Osmond,
Did you
right?
tell him that? You look a little older, but you look like Donny Osmond?
But never
Like,
once
are you Donny Osmond?
was I going to pull out my camera and go,
Why?
take a picture with you.
Why?
Because I believe that he is a human being like everybody else. And I want him to go down to his gym and enjoy himself.
It's okay.
Did I say how much when I was a kid I loved Donnie and Marie, like I loved the Donnie and Marie show? I did. I said that. And I had a place where I could have asked for an autograph from him. It's not my thing. I want him to be um super comfortable. Now, I
So
mentioned to the girls as soon as I got there, Donny Osmond, I just ran the elevator. They left that Robin Sharma show so dang quick and went down to that gym, right? Picture,
no.
had them all exactly interrupted his time. Like, how much time does this guy probably have to do a workout kind of thing, right?
So that's why I was
I'm just
surprised.
human.
I was surprised by your answer, and you put Oprah in there, and you put Sad Guru in there.
Oh, these are
No,
leaders that
you
I
don't.
follow.
You don't. Would you take pictures with them?
I absolutely would not. I mean, follow by, I'm talking about the button
You're
is
just following them.
I'm following
But I
them.
follow like hundreds of people. That's not what I mean.
I took your question.
Yeah, okay, got it.
You follow,
But that's when I went.
right?
My meaning of following was more reflective on the sense of like ultimately, right? Ultimately, we choose. I remember this
I
was
should have caught on because you asked the next question was who do you blame? So
yeah.
I
You didn't
should have,
answer that question,
no, I said it's hard for me to blame anybody.
and I answered.
We've been,
Why did I answer?
Shelley, who do you blame?
But you do blame someone. I'm with you all the time. You blame someone all the time, and the same person you follow is the same person you blame.
Hmm.
That's the qualm. It's the same person.
Yeah. Yeah.
The hint is it's the same person. So you make decisions based on something you see on, Facebook. Oh, I almost took a jab.
Yeah.
No, that's not for me. So ultimately, you chose.
Well, my husband said he'd leave me if I did it. Because I may have chosen the easy way out.
No, you chose.
I did choose.
I remember when I was to court and I was complaining to the judge through my lawyer, of course, that I worked 80 hours a week and I never got paid for it. And the judge just looked at me and says, "Nobody asked you.
Nobody asked you.
Nobody asked you to work that hard. You had a choice."
You did.
And at that moment, I thought, you know what? He's right. Nobody asked me.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the lawyers. They dropped that. That does not make any sense anymore to
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true, right? So we may say, oh, we follow that person, that leader. But you remember that book about leadership, the
Mm-hmm.
big book?
Mm-hmm.
What is it called? Miracles and the
Andes.
Andes.
Yeah.
Everybody's a leader
Everybody's a
because
leader.
ultimately we choose. We choose ultimately if we want to act or not act.
Yeah.
The leader we follow is inside of us,
Yeah.
right? And so we might say, no, I'm going to follow that person, but we have a feeling inside of us that it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
So we make that choice despite that feeling
Yeah.
or in line with that feeling. So the leader we always follow is ourselves. And the lie we tell ourselves is we're following that person. And the lie we tell ourselves is we blame that person.
Hmm.
It's like following a leader is like going and buying a gym membership, right? And then blaming the gym because we're not fit. But really understanding that we never showed up. We pay for the gym membership,
Yeah.
and that's why they get us to pay for a yearly membership. But because they know that deep inside we blame ourselves. And that's the trap. The trap of leadership is like buying a gym membership.
So true.
Like we
It's
blame
so
ourselves
true.
and we can't even admit it that we blame ourselves.
Hmm.
So we pretend that we blame the leaders, but really we blaming ourselves for not being responsible for our own lives. We blame the leaders for not choosing us, for making our life beautiful, but really we blame ourselves. Choosing a leader is like buying a gym membership and not going,
Hmm.
and then saying we're going to blame the leaders, but really we're blaming ourselves. And we're so afraid to say it that we keep paying the gym membership and we don't use it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Right.
That's continuous.
So
Yeah,
look
we
at
see that.
how many people, and I'm in there. We blame other people for our states in life, for our state in life, how life is showing up for us.
For
We
sure.
don't have enough money. We don't have enough food. We're not happy. We don't like we pay no taxes. Like the gas prices do. We blame everybody for us not being happy.
Yeah.
We blame everybody for us not having enough, for not living in abundance, for not waking up every morning and say, you know what, I have everything I need. We
Yeah.
blame everybody for not being free because we have to make choices. But what their jail is, the blame is we're free to not react. We're free to not be attached. We're
Yeah.
free to be ourselves,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And you taught me that.
Yeah.
When you were
Thank you.
sitting there with, let's say Shaq O'Neal, and you did, I resisted the addiction because I sat with you and I'm shaking my head. I'm thinking, geez, I want that freaking photo.
Yeah.
Because until that date, I was in that lineup with everybody. And
Yeah.
after that, I never was because I knew I had a choice. I was putting these people on the pedestal. And
Yeah.
really, what I was doing, right, is blaming them for my state in life. And that's the hard truth, right?
Yeah.
The real leader is inside of you. And we are afraid to admit that we're following ourselves. We're afraid. And I remember James Rouse, my friend, Dr. James Rouse, our friend, told me, Eve, stop playing small. And we're doing a plank pose. And he's telling me that on Main Street. Like, you remember
Yes.
that,
Yes. You guys were in the
yeah,
crosswalk.
LBGA
Yep.
cross, yeah,
Yep.
we're doing that. Like, there was a Ferrari or something parked
But
dead marked outside.
that, even
Coming.
even that was like, if you think about that moment, right? It was, I'm gonna get Dan Martell's
Oh,
fancy car
that's funny.
to go on. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all very um when we put people there and we want to be Dan Martell or we want to be James Rouse and we're Shelley and Eve, it's really it's an impossibility to try
To be someone else.
to be those people,
You can't.
right? You can't. And I think what happens to us is I don't know if it's following or simply we are mesmerized by their look, their feel, their ability to have money. I was hooked on James Rose for the longest time because of his ability to change the room, to change people's feelings, to bring people to their knees, right? That was my big draw to James Rouse.
Yeah.
But in actuality, when I sat down and I broke bread with James Rouse is no different than you or I.
We're all the same.
We're absolutely
We all
all the
have these
same.
insecurities. Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. Most definitely. I see James struggling today as he shares posts because he is from the United States of America, and
Mm.
what's happening over there is destroying him,
Yeah.
is absolutely destroying him because he is so invested in the people around him and his heart message that he is broken. He's absolutely broken trying to um, give these messages. And I think that when we get caught up into oh, people follow me and
Mm.
therefore I have to always be on top of this, right? The expectation of you're going to be something that sometimes you just can't show up and be that.
No.
So for the longest time, he didn't show up and he just shared words of wisdom. But I'm going to tell you, everybody that you put on that pedestal, they'll fall. They'll fall
Why?
because your thought process of who they are, what they are, is way different than what they truly. These people are human. These
Yeah.
people are human. I love Sadhguru when he always says, we're the humans with the biggest brains. Like we've come out on this on top because we have big brains. And look what it's done to us, these big brains. Because I can tell you, there's the squirrels aren't going into their little cubby holes and go, I got more nuts
Nuts.
than you. My nut pile is better than your nut pile. They don't do that, and they share with one another.
Do they?
We have they
Just wondering. I don't
absolutely
know.
do. They
Do they
do.
share with them?
They do
Okay.
share.
They like hogged all the nuts.
They
Do
don't.
they share? They don't share with the birds, that's for sure, because they steal all the nuts from the birds.
Well, they don't, when I
It's a
put out
big thing.
my bird feed, because I love to watch the birds, and when I turned 50, I became the weird bird lady. But when I put out my nuts for the birds, I don't have any signage that says squirrels aren't allowed,
Okay. Okay.
right? Like my mother would put them out, and if the crows came to her,
Should like the crows.
hey, hey, she'd be on the window smashing. I'm like, no,
She's racist against birds.
prejudice, no prejudice here against the birds,
There's
right?
certain birds.
They don't know whether it's for them or for if it's out there, it is free for all. It is absolutely free for all. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we were that way? If all humans wanted to share and they didn't want to have something that was a little bit better than you? Where did we lose it along the way that we decided that we're going to one up our neighbor? We're going to one up our
Because we're not
family
using our
member.
brain. Like it's been proven, like through the EKGs, right? So they put measuring, like they put the sensors on your brain,
We're going to science now.
okay? And
Yes.
it's been measured
Yes.
that when you're in fear,
Yes.
when you are like fearing other people or you're
Mm-hmm.
blaming other people or you're attacking other people, that your neuron pathway has only one street light up. Like there's only a few like
Yeah.
synapses that are lining up.
Yeah.
But when you're observing your thoughts, when you're questioning yourself, when you're questioning your emotions, when you're standing in stillness and saying, why should I take a picture with that person? Why doesn't he want a picture with me? Like that, right? What's wrong with this picture kind of thing, right? The brain lights up like a Christmas tree. That's
Does.
when we're using our brain,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When we're not using our brain is when we are becoming manipulated. There are so many, like yesterday was Easter, right?
Yes.
It's supposed to be some sort of it's a day of peace and a
Yeah.
day, but there's so many posts that are like blaming and attacking and right. I'm thinking, and these a lot of these people are religious, so they go. So follow the they go
They're all
so
religious.
at nothing happens in the morning because mass is from 11 to 12, yeah, kind of
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
or 10 to 11.
Yeah.
By 12 o'clock, boys, those social media posts are raging,
Let me tell ya.
right?
Let me tell ya. Yeah.
So why is that? Because it's easier to blame.
Well, yeah.
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 Long time ago, like if you want to have attention, if you want to have attention in life, well, start blaming, right? Start blaming, start attacking, start bullying people, start saying your truth on social media. What is the way? You'll have lots of attention.
Yeah.
But if you want to have impact, like Dr. James Ross, and the problem with impact, it doesn't show up. Impact doesn't show up as a post. It doesn't show up as a like. It doesn't show up as a comment. Impact is something else. If you want to have impact in life, you have to show up as yourself.
Yeah.
You have to be the one that's not lining up for that picture. You have to be the one that says, you know what? So this is the my follow-up question from this post. So can I just explain why I did this post?
Yes.
Because I wanted to practice. It was a good practice, right?
Yeah.
The practice was, am I triggered by the fact that maybe they don't understand what I'm saying? And I was.
Of course you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the practice. Okay. So my second post. Oh, I'm like far away from my Facebook. My second post that I'm going to follow up in. Where is Dovigo?
So
There.
there you go.
My second post is going to be. Oh yeah, here we go.
That's March 30th.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh. Well, why are we not?
I
live
know
then?
we're live though. It shows us being live.
Do you know? Oh. Oh, there you go. You're so cute.
Thanks.
So, why?
Lori from Barbados.
and then-
You are coming in from Barbados, Lori.
And I have to say a little kudos to Barb. Like, she
Barb.
called me out. Like, are you like baiting? I think she called it.
Oh,
See that?
yeah, rage. Yeah. Is this rage bait? Yeah. Is this
In
I
a
love
way,
that.
she was right. Yeah.
Natalie, hey Nat.
Hi, Nat. And hi, Trent. Lori, Rachel. Okay.
Rachel.
So hi Diane. Yeah. And so my second post, my second comment
Yeah, man.
is that what I want to ask you, and this is kind of how does self-confidence show up for you?
um, self-confidence usually shows up for me in a yes.
How
So
does it, okay.
in a yes. So I love it when people are more than willing, no matter how afraid they are, to go and do a thing, to go and be part of a conversation, right? That to me is self-confidence. So I
So give me an example of a person that you believe has self-confidence, and then give me an example of how it shows up in your life and how it feels in your life when you show up with self-confidence. So who is self-confidence in your opinion? Who shows up as self-confidence? An example. Good morning, Pedro.
who shows up as self-confidence? Well, I'm going to say because she's here, I'm going to say Natalie Davison.
Oh, maybe I think she
Show
left. No,
Oh,
maybe she's there. We'll see.
anyways, I think
Moving. Morning.
morning.
My,
Felicia's
okay.
not moving. So I think Natalie Davison shows up as self-confidence.
So give me an
Um,
example of how Natalie shows up as self-confidence.
so I saw her from the very beginning, a young mom with twins, lost her job, came out and took the stage as a public speaker for the first time in her life. So,
Okay.
kind of in between, took that stage as a public speaker and really just was super funny. And she talked about her kids. She was so authentic in that moment on that stage. I'll
So
never forget it because it was Halloween and she talked about taking her two little boys to this
I
Halloween
was
thing
there.
that and the kids were scared. But yet she let us know I'm a great mom, but this was hilarious and I'm going to share it with you.
So I was there I remember
You're going
that
to
time.
make me cry. Aw.
So what? Go ahead and cry. What's wrong with crying, Natalie? So, okay. So she showed up because she was not afraid to tell the truth about her life. Is that
Most she was super vulnerable,
vulnerable?
right? Lost my job. I'm
So
on that
so
leave.
when you're vulnerable and not
Yeah.
pretending to be someone,
Yeah.
like she wasn't trying to be the best mom or the best speaker, she was just
Yeah.
vulnerable. So when you show up as vulnerable, you have self-confidence.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree. I
Absolutely.
totally agree with that. Okay, good. So that was a good example. I like that. And she did show up as if you anyone ever were you
Oh my God, I walked off that stage
yeah.
and I went, oh my God, we're going to be best friends forever.
Yeah.
Right? Because I saw her being authentically her.
It's so true.
And yeah, absolutely. And to this day, I mean, you can go on Instagram. I'm not a big Instagram girl, but you can go on Instagram anytime. And Nat is showing herself, dancing. She's showing herself, not necessarily groomed to the max and not always with filters on. Do you know what I mean?
Like me.
Yeah, yeah, you're pretty groomed all the time. Yeah. Men, eh? You guys just get sexier. But the thing is, well, yous do. Yeah, yous
I'll
do.
do like a pose.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so uh,
And that's when I fell in love with you, actually.
when?
When you became vulnerable. Right? I could not believe how
Mhm.
gorgeous that was to me. How fantastic and delicious all of that
Oh,
was to me.
stop it.
But I never
Now I'm
saw a
hot.
man. Yeah, here, use my fan.
Ole.
I never saw a man do that before. Like you cried in front of the 30 of us. Do you know what I mean? If it was a moment that to cry, you cried in
Yeah.
front of us. You taught the guys, our young men, to be okay with their feelings. And now, what do we have here? We have a group of men that, if they have to, they know that they're supported here and
And
they
I'm
can
gonna
cry
just
here.
I like the way you stop. We have a group of men and you stop there. I like that. Because we do have a group. Men, it's okay to cry. And makes you more manly, not more feminine.
And they're vulnerable. Now
Okay.
that was show up actually helped that, right?
Of
Through
course.
anonymity, they realized that
And
they
you.
could actually say
And you.
anything. I love on our folks because I think that that is missing in business. So I definitely love on them.
Okay, so here's a second question.
Okay.
The first part was, the example was great, and I totally agree with you that being vulnerable, like Natalie is when she's dancing or when she's on stage. That first time I saw her, totally vulnerable, not pretending or trying to be, or even trying to impress. She's just telling her story about who she is
Yeah,
and like crying with everybody. Very vulnerable.
very vulnerable.
So vulnerability is a way that you see self-confidence. Like she's not afraid. She's not afraid to be judged. She wasn't afraid to be mocked. She wasn't afraid. Like, you know what? I'm just going to be who I am. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me an example of how you're showing up. And then maybe a follow-up question on that. So two questions. The first was give me an example of you when you have self-confidence. And then two, do you oscillate between self-confidence and ego?
Yeah, I have to check my ego at the door often, right? I know when I'm edging Grace out. Uh,
What does
and
that mean? So explain that.
edging Grace out means when I'm with my sisters for a walk and they're talking about something that I believe that I know more about.
I never do that.
God damn it. I swear to God, I'm like, oh, sorry, girls, Eve's coming out.
No.
I don't, and I've never done that.
Oh, good.
I've never done that. You
But
can
it's
ask
true
them.
though.
I've never done
But
that.
it's true.
I know it.
Oh,
I know it. Yeah. Oh, I know when Eve's coming out at me kind of thing, right? So I'll say, yes, but have you ever considered looking at it this way, right? And there's sometimes it's just time to shut up.
I speak like this, not like that. Make the
Yeah.
choice. Okay,
No.
so first question is when have you shown up that you actually felt vulnerable? So let's stick to that question.
Oh, that happened
When?
Thursday night.
So what happened? Can you share?
So yes, I was invited to Black Rabbit and they asked me to be the conversation starter. So Julia from Black Rabbit reached out, I don't know, a month or so ago and said, "Hey, we're going doing this event and would you like to be a conversation starter?" I don't know what a conversation starter is. But what did I say, Eve? What did I say?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. It intrigued me. It sounded wonderful. And who doesn't like to eat at Black Rabbit? I'm like,
Mm.
I'm in.
Was the food good?
What do I have? Oh, jeez. What do I gotta do? It was
So it's a
unbelievable.
bunch of amazing women because I wasn't invited.
Yeah, it was women. It was a woman,
So
and it was pretty powerful around the table. Let me
that's what
tell
I
you,
heard.
it was pretty
Yeah, I
powerful
heard
around the
that.
table.
It was like a yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you show up without your ego? Like there's a nuance there that I'm trying to figure out, right? When is it being vulnerable and when is it being like bragging or ego or manipulative? You knew there was a line there.
I did not have, I met with Julia and it was, hey, what are we going to do? How's it going to be? I was like, I don't really think that women need a conversation starter, for one thing. A group of women around the table.
The women I know don't.
Like, come on. The one thing I knew that they didn't need is that. So the
Gone.
well, it's true. It's true. Like, come on. So, I even said that. I sat down because they were like, oh, and we have Shelley to facilitate the conversation. And I was like, okay, I'm going to tell you, ladies, right now, none of us need a facilitator here. But what we do need
Oh God.
is an intention carrier.
It's like no, no.
Oh,
This is so good.
it's a cackle. It's a cackle. It's a
Yeah.
high cackle. Like,
Okay.
I mean, we've had police officers come into our home.
Not on Thursday.
Well, not this time, but
So
it
how
could, it
did you
could.
show up? Sorry, I'm getting so
So I showed up.
did you show up?
So I showed up and I said, we don't need a conversation starter. I can guarantee you. But what we do is we need an attention observer. We need an intention coordinator. So what happens to us is the night was about balance.
That was a theme.
That was the theme.
Okay.
Black Rabbit set the theme.
Yeah.
The night was about balance. What a beautiful thing to talk to women about. Balance. But I know because I have an amazing coach that there are 7 billion, right? Different versions of what balance means, kind of thing. So the 14 women around the table all had their own idea of what balance means.
Right.
We're only meeting each other for the first time. So what do? We share who we are. I didn't say who we are. One of the other ladies said, "Oh, wouldn't it be nice to introduce each other? We'll introduce ourselves." What a great idea,
I heard that went on for 2 hours.
So that's actually what happened. For two
Wow.
hours, people shared, but they shared deeply, right? So what I did was I set the trust tone immediately.
Hmm.
Girls, we don't need a facilitator. We are the facilitators. The powerful women here, I see you. So let's, because there are different interpretations of what balance is, different definitions in your head.
Did you say that?
Absolutely. Let's talk. Let's talk about who you are and how balance matters to you. What does balance mean to you? And I can tell you that all 14 of them said something differently.
Okay, so let me understand this question. Like the question I asked was, how did self-confidence show up for you? So explain to me how that was self-confidence for you on Thursday night when
Well,
you
first
said
of
that.
all, I said yes to
Okay, that was
to
the first
go
thing.
do
Okay.
something,
And
right?
then,
Second of all, you know, just letting them know that we don't need a facilitator. We are facilitators. We need to stay on
just
theme with
okay.
intention.
You didn't make it about yourself.
It wasn't about me.
You were curious.
I'm so
You were
curious.
like showing up for the like Baron Baptiste would say, like, don't teach to yourself, but teach to the room. So you're saying, okay, we're gonna you rose up above being the ego. Say, let's balance is about your definition of balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to shut you up at 2 minutes, but I'm going to shut the person up that's interrupting you. Right? So the one thing that Heather said to me the next day is, I saw so much kindness, right? Keeping the
Mhm.
intention true with what our theme is tonight. How do we see balance, right? So you had
I
your
I have
turn.
I have been in rooms with you
Hmm.
where you have done that,
Hmm.
and you're right. That shows up as self-confidence for you. Like as a leader, it's not about you speaking, it's about listening to everyone and making sure everyone is heard. And that shows up as self-confidence.
That's how you get people connected. If it one person,
Wow.
right? So the one, what
I
did I say to you, Eve, a long time ago? Oh, inquiry. Inquiry is where we learn.
There was one more person that I know that could do this. Like could hold a room. I'm gonna get hold a room,
Okay.
not only for not for themselves, but hold a room.
Yeah.
There was two, I should say two people. One was Baron Baptiste. He could hold a
Oh,
room for everyone,
oh,
right? And the other one was Pierre Julien, the CEO of Midi Blue Cross. When we are having,
well, I didn't get a chance to ever hear
yeah,
him,
the
but
when we were in a board meeting, there was like maybe 30 people, 20 board
mm-hmm,
members,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and he would hold that room. And if somebody had something to say, he would make sure it doesn't matter what the person needed to say was amazing or not amazing, he would hold that space for that person.
Yeah,
And you felt heard.
yeah,
Every single person there felt empowered. And that's why he got the job a second time and a third time.
yeah,
Like the board loved him, not because he had the answer, but because he had so much self confidence that he could hold the space for you to say what you need to say.
yeah.
And that's what you do.
I really try. I really do my best to try to, right?
Yeah.
It's so important to truly listen. See, if we're in our head to answer and we're not connecting, people feel that.
They do.
So I
So
didn't
good.
take when they spoke, I did not take my eyes off them. Right? If you were going to connect, we were going to connect with one another. And my energy of we're going to let this person talk till they run out of words to say, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Now during it was family dinner type, so I would say, let's have a few bites here. Like let's
Oh,
stop
you mean
and
the same
and
same event, the Black Rabbit. It
exactly
was a
right.
family
It was
style.
a family style
So people
dinner.
could eat.
Yeah, here, have some of this, have
Yeah.
some of, right? So we connected on that way. But um
How many
14
14 women?
14 women. So
I
it
wish
was,
men could do that.
well, you guys are having one in May.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I noticed there
But
was another one in
okay,
May.
so men do need a conversation starter, though. What we need is somebody to break up the fight.
Well,
Joking, it's going to be awesome.
it's
Yeah.
it's not about being right.
No, I'm just joking. I
Mm.
think men can also do the same thing.
Men can
Uh,
also do the same thing
I think so
as
too. So I'm looking
well.
forward to that.
Yeah. So
I'll buy my ticket.
what you have to do is what I often hate when I go to those things is people will set up rules, right? So they'll start and they'll say, "We are going to be kind to one another. We are going to talk with one another, and we're not going to talk over each other. We're only going to have 2 minutes, and I will time you. And if I find that you're off the balance theme, I will hold my hand up and say squirrel, right? It is
this
the
is
worst thing that
it's the
you
worst
could
thing.
possibly do for any type of
It's
networking.
true.
Because what you've said is, I'm bigger than you, and I'm going to treat you all like children.
Do you remember when we were doing that when we were building Show Up? We said let's put a timer on each conversation. So we
Well,
that would like we would say, okay, how many minutes of time did you speak? We're talking about putting features in the software that would help people monitor, right, their conversation. And that is something we didn't do for those reasons because it cuts off the ability to be there for the room
and we thought that those were good things,
at that time. Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what did I see? What did
Wow.
I see? I saw people were getting hurt
Yes.
when they were being called squirrel, right? What
Mm,
you do not want to do to create psychological safety is have people walk away from that meeting feeling like they can't talk, like they are taking up valuable time that nobody has any interest
so
in,
good.
right? We
I
got to
want
be very careful.
So we're out of time.
We are out of
I
time.
want to just bring your attention to a comment that Natalie said.
Okay.
Okay, so she said, "I thank
Ah,
you."
ha ha ha. I see that.
She said, "That's not it." First of all,
No, not that.
there's two comments.
Okay.
First one is Natalie. Thank you for seeing that and saying it all these years later. That is the difference between impact and attention, right?
Absolutely.
So impact changes you in a way that, like, and I'm willing to bet that you had impact on Thursday night.
I hope
Right?
so.
Yeah, because what I heard from the sidelines was there was a conversation that was deep there. Yeah.
I got some great feedback. What was really interesting is I had 3 people immediately reach out to go, how do I go to the next one?
Right. So that's
That's
impact. When
impact.
you have people saying, "Let me bring my friend,"
Yeah.
like I want to go to the next one, but of course I can't. Like two of the girls. And the second one I want to raise your attention to is where is it now? Lori. No, not Lori. Sorry. Leslie. Yes, Pierre Eve agreed. He held it for me as a junior employee many times.
Mm, mm.
Right. So she didn't say, "Oh, as a senior manager." Like Beverly Blue Cross had 5,000 employees.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. 5,000 employees, and Pierre Eve had an impact on Lori
As
Leslie
a as a junior.
when she was there.
Yeah.
Right. And I could say the same thing. I got there as a very young board member. I was the youngest man there, and he held the space for me.
Yeah.
He held the space for me. And yeah,
It's important.
it is important. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember when I lost a lawsuit and I was still on the board, and I told him, I said, I think I'm going to leave the board. He said, "Don't you dare. Don't you dare leave."
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You were important.
Impactful.
Yeah.
So the difference, self-confidence, I think, when self-confidence kind of shows up, this is what I'm hearing from you. I think it's the same when self-confidence shows up and it goes in and out for me. Sometimes I get in my ego, sometimes I show up for the whole room. But when I can show up for the whole room, not for me, but also for me, but not for me. When I can rise above my own ego, my own story, be vulnerable, when I show up like that, I have impact. And impact, like Robin Sharma would say, is more important than anything. It changes
Yeah.
people, but it changes you more. More specifically, it allows you to trust yourself, to be your own leader.
Yeah.
What a great conversation this morning.
Yeah. Listen, it's not about how you make people won't remember what you say, honestly, but
Yeah.
man, oh man, they'll remember how you feel.
Well, yeah,
And that's what that's what happened with Leslie. That's what happened with Natalie.
right.
Absolutely. You know, you make people feel and they'll always remember.
And I'm gonna say this. I'm trying to do that a lot. It's hard.
It
It's
is.
hard to rise above your own ego, your own knowing. It's a practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're humans.
Yeah.
We may have the biggest brain, but we don't use it. At least I don't use it all the time. When I use my brain, I'm really tired at the end of the day.
Oh,
Because
for
it
sure.
hurts. I'm tired.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. It does make you tired. I remember my husband used to say that. Oh my God, you sat all day. He's a carpenter, right? So
Yeah.
you sat all day. I was like, oh, that's, not gonna give you any nookie night. Okay. So he doesn't say that anymore, Eve. He doesn't talk like that
Ah,
anymore.
good. This is your cottage going.
Fantastic
He-
drywall's in.
I'm putting my own drywall in.
Yeah.
That's how I got in my head.
Do you know what? Leonard is in Shediac right now.
Putting drywall?
Mudding.
Oh, money.
Yeah, for
Okay.
another human.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's
He said
actually
he wouldn't do it. No, he wouldn't do the drywall stuff. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
too big of a job.
It's a big job.
It's
Yeah.
a big job.
But this is the way I get out of my head.
Yeah.
Like I put drywall up and I meditate and I do a Zoom call. I put another drywall up. That's what I do. I freaking love it.
Yeah.
But I'm not like Len. Like what I mean by that is like I don't do it 8 hours a day.
Well, and either
Right.
does the
Yeah.
thing is either
Yeah.
does he. So this guy that's doing mine, Kevin Legacy, love you, thank you. He's an amazing dude, and he's got all the tools, right? He's got the
Oh,
tools that he puts the thing on, it goes up to the
I
ceiling,
don't have any tools.
exactly, right? And either does Leonard. But Leonard's doing a mudding job. So Leonard had gone from his mudding job to our house. The guy is doing some mudding, so you can see that Leonard had
Yeah.
mud on him. He's like, "Are you a mudder?" And Leonard's like, "Mutter," and
I'm going to do a video on that. I'm better.
I'm a mutter. And Leonard's like, "Well, I'm a carpenter, but yeah, I'm doing a job, a job for a gentleman in Shediac." And the guy was just like, "What?" So then he was very nervous. If they find out that Leonard's a Finnish carpenter, they get very nervous, right? Oh, so you're going to be checking all my work,
Oh, yeah.
And so
Well, he's a finisher. He's amazing.
yeah, he's a
Finisher.
good
Yeah.
he's a good guy to have around for sure.
Yeah. I'd marry him if I was in.
Oh, I'm so fortunate. I'm so lucky.
All right.
So lucky. All right, that's enough of that, isn't it? Thank you guys for
Yeah.
coming out.
Diana's watching.
I
Diane,
need a
we're
group of women like you spoke, Shelley Butler. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to make sure that you come to the next one. Leslie, call me personally for my opinion often. I felt valued and impactful. And that is huge. Eve did the same thing with me often. He would call and ask me my opinion, and that builds confidence. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And I do that with my folks here too. I understand that trying to make decisions by yourself is ridiculous.
Well, you don't have the facts.
Absolute. Well, it's but a lot of leaders believe that if we don't make the decisions on our own, right? This is where
We're not a
only
leader.
at the top, then we're not a leader. The definition, especially for women, I
Not
find
leadership.
that's
That's Arturian.
that is a
dictatorship.
dictatorship. Absolutely. Okay. Whoa, great discussion today.
We could go on for another.
I am so on fire. I can't even tell you. I'm Shelley Butler.
I'm Yves Doucet.
This has been Mindset Monday. Love you. Get your workout in. And how are you showing up?